In today's video, we'll be analyzing my game against Stefan Bukama. It is the 11th round of the Tata Steel Challengers. It was an absolutely insane game with some unique ideas that are completely never seen before. I sacrificed a pawn in the opening. It was super interesting. Let's get right into the video. This is the beginning of a really big, great comeback. Two more games left. Would win those two games, and let's get right into the game. So my opponent started with c4. I played. He played g3. This is something he's played previously, but I wasn't sure if he was going to repeat it. He also plays one f4, which I was hoping to see. But after c4, e5, g3. This is something I played a lot with white. So I played c6, knight f3, e4, knight d5. Now I'm playing d5, pawn takes, and I take back with the queen. Usually, you don't want to bring out your queen in the early part of the game, but in this case, I'm attacking the knight with tempo. Knight has to move back. I develop my knight. Knight attacks my queen, centralize the queen, protecting the pawn. Bishop b2, bishop b7, and I think this is actually a mistake because it's b4. I'm pretty sure. Um, yeah, up b3. I don't think the move order remembers, but I think knight a6 first is more precise, but okay, anyways, bishop b7, play knight e3, knight a6, queen c2, knight b4, queen c2. And now he's really trying to win this pawn. Um, and here I kind of mixed it up. I think you're supposed to play bishop b6. It's the most precise move. Now if you take, then obviously you can take. And okay, for example, like some simple moves like this, now you can take the pawn. Or with the knight is better. And you sort of stabilize like after this. Um, But I didn't even consider bishop e6. I thought that knight d5 was the best move, and it's still a reasonable move. But obviously, in this case, they take the pawn. I take back. They take. I go bishop f5. Obviously, I'm pinning the knight to the queen. You have to recapture. And this was sort of the critical moment where I mixed up the line. I guess I was in a very creative mood. Obviously, the simplest would be to play bishop takes f6. After e4, bishop moves back, and okay, white has some advantage. But I decided to take back with the queen. Which the engine doesn't like. But after e4, my idea was to let bishop e4 check. And after king e1, to go bishop e6. And now, okay, I'm down a pawn, but I thought, okay, the king is misplaced. It's hard for him to develop. I'm gonna castle queenside. And I thought, why not? My opponent's like on total tilt, lost. So in the last, so he started out with a draw and a win. And then he lost, draw, lost, draw, lost. So in the last 8 games, he lost 6 and drew 2. So you to do some some really dig the bigger hole for my opponent to go into. So bishop f4 at castle again. You can't really you want to sort of go here, but then I give a check, or I could go g5. Actually, I think maybe g5, or I can go bishop g2. Yeah, bishop g2 is the best move. Um, and obviously now, for example, if you take and I penetrate, then everything collapses. So plays queen c2, um, stopping bishop e2. Now I go rook d4, threatening rook c4. Again, doubling up, goes e5, queen back to e7, p3, stopping rook c4. I go rook d8. Again, bishop b2 idea, queen c5, goes h4. And after h4, I really wasn't sure what to play. Like I was trying, at first I thought like, why not just queen c5? And I thought maybe I'm just winning, but after bishop e4, protect the queen, and then the king is running out, and I'm just worse. So after a long thought, I decided just to play h6. The point is being okay. I'm trying to play g5. Um, I want to kick this bishop, and it's sort of a waiting move. It's not clear what black's playing, so goes bishop f3, trying to bring the king out. Now, obviously, I play bishop d2, trying to trade the bishops. Goes e3. Now I go rook d3. And my opponent plays h5. Obviously, if the king goes to g2, now I have g5, chopping the bishop. So after h5, this was the critical moment. And so apparently the engine says I should play g5. And then after takes, I was worried about rook takes h6. But apparently here, I have some insane move, bishop f5, which I didn't see. And just to look at the line, just to illustrate how insane. So you must go queen c4 because I'm threatening some discovery. So go rook c3. Queen goes to a4. Now I play g5. And then let's say you just move the king. You take. There's so many pawns. Apparently now, like bishop c2, the engine is weak. It's going up and down. Maybe this is just bad for me. So of course it was I saw g5 obviously, and one like funny line is after takes. Obviously you take, and I play here. you might think that like, wow, okay, if you take the rook, I take with check, and then I take here. But there's a super strong move that I saw that you have bishop g4 check. And obviously, if the king goes to c7 or to b8, there's bishop f4 pinning the queen. So then I have to block, and then after takes, obviously it's a double attack, but you can go rook d1. And if I take, you take back. So then you're just up 2 pawns, and you're just clearly winning. So I saw this in advance. This is why I didn't play g5. I decided just to play queen d7 to play bishop d5. The engine doesn't like it, but again, it's such a complex position. My opponent's getting low in time, and my opponent makes a very big mistake, bishop b2. And okay, it's a very logical move. Like for example, if the rook goes here, you just go queen to b2, and the rook. No, you go queen e4. You can also go no, not queen e4. There's bishop d5. Sorry, but now you have queen h7, super strong move. And now my pawn, you could take this pawn, and everything might be collapsing. Obviously, but now he missed a very strong idea. So first it's with bishop f5. And now I'm threatening, obviously, to play like rook takes a3 to discover attack on the queen. So my opponent has to move the queen. Like, for example, queen b2, I bishop c3. If queen b1, there's still discovery. So you have queen c4 and queen c5. So it actually transposes. So, like, after queen c5, I go b6. And my point was that if you go queen a3, now I play a5. And again, I'm really sort of keeping this queen trapped. I want to go bishop b4, rook d2. The queen is very, very awkward here. I didn't really see how white should proceed, but my opponent goes queen c4, blundering. Now I play b5, queen to c2, rook c3, queen runs to a3. Now I have this absolutely beautiful move a5. And next I'm going to go rook c2, and then next I'm going to go bishop b4, and this queen is completely trapped. And you can't take the pawn because of intermezzo check, and I win the queen. So suddenly, how is this queen going to skip? The queen goes back, I go with tempo. So the queen's stuck. If you go here, I just sidestep, and the queen has to go back, and I go rook c2 here. So you have to try and pin my bishop. I go rook into c2. And I have a very simple line. I'm going to move my queen out of the way, and I'm going bishop b4. So my opponent tries to free the queen by playing b4. But now I have, again, the tactic, the momentum is flowing, every move coming with tempo queen d5, attacking the rook. And now I'm threatening by rook takes a2 and trap the queen. So it goes e4, trying to take, but I take with the pawn. Now I'm attacking the rook again. I'm threatening this bishop takes b4. Okay, there are many moves. My opponent plays f3, blundering. So now, okay, you see mate in 5 is probably a bit of a hint. You can pause the video, try to find the best move. But now I have the move queen takes e2. And after king takes a2, I can play bishop takes f4. The king has to move back to protect the rook. I play bishop takes g3. King runs, and this is checkmate. Um, so this was quite a nice finish. My opponent resigned after queen takes d2. Obviously, a very up and down game, as it is in such a complex position. But I think objectively, I played well. I kept the control. I took my chances, and I was very happy to find this very weird maneuver. Like it's not so intuitive to like push the pawns in front of your king, and then to sort of see the idea that this queen is trapped. It's very hard to trap queens in open position, but it's a very unusual concept to trap the queen in such a way with everything sort of working together perfectly. So this is a very important win, despite sort of the midway not going great. In the past 4 games, I've won 2 games with black, made 2 draws with white. In both of those white games, I really should have won or put a lot more pressure on my opponent. So I'm well. Of course, there are 2 games left. It's going to be obviously I'm 2 points out of first, so my opponent will have to lose both games and I'll have to win both to be first. So unfortunately, first seems unlikely, but to win this tournament, I have to really I had to not lose 2 games. You cannot really lose games if you want to win tournaments. Um, but obviously the play has improved, and hopefully I can win the next 2 games, recover some rating loss, and at least have some good memories to start 2024 with. Thank you guys for watching the video. Like, comment, subscribe. In the bio, there's my Substack. I'm answering questions exclusively for paid subscribers. It's only $10 a month, and I'll answer questions and special insights. So if you are a chess improver and you'd like unique insight to ask me questions about the game, it's a really great platform for me to share some of my expertise and thoughts with you guys. So thank you again. Subscribe, like, comment, and see you in the next video.